is Crashed on Mars. Wow, we're on episode 21 already. Wow, that's crazy. All right, well, good morning, everybody. I guess from Mars, we're just waking up. As you can see, we've got everything set up. I talked about it last episode. We had ended last episode, had to take care of some nature's business, and it got late, and I needed to get some sleep. I did manage to do a little bit of off-screen work. We've got a lot more we need to accomplish today. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and bring up the HUD, and as you can see, the Space Pirates section is all neutral right now, which is because of all the grind down we did. Pretty sure it's not going to last forever, but right now it's neutral, so I think we should take advantage of it, maybe capture another one of their facilities, and use it to provide us with some more weapon systems. I want to try to get the weapon systems off of the other one, get it installed. I want to get this base up and running. Oh. And we have a new Space Pirate. We have the Space Pirate Salvage Yard, which we had before, but this is new. Apparently we have a signal tower now. So it looks like we've got some more opposition starting to grow. Looks like the Space Pirates are starting to spread out. I'm not sure why they're being so whatever, but that's okay. It is what it is. At least they're not going to attack us at the moment, which is good. We want to take advantage of that, get some more defenses up, get some more stuff built on the base here. I feel like they're gearing up for something, because now they're there, and then there's a bunch of them over here. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. But it feels like maybe, hey, thanks for watching. It feels like maybe these guys are up to something. I don't know. Maybe like I said, maybe I'm reading too much into it. So what I'd like to do is I'd actually, we have this, we're going to bring the refineries and stuff over. I'm thinking about dropping this facility down to this lower level here. Thinking maybe we get some materials, we bring it down to this level here, just make it a little bit lower. I think that'd be good. I want to be able to get the manufacturing section set up, and then I'm thinking, I think we really need to think about some sort of hangar for when we get the dragon back here, which we will get back here. We're going to take some ice over. Oh crap, I probably should get some ice over there right now, because we don't want it to despawn. I don't know that it will, but it's a possibility. So actually, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to fly over to the ice mine. Let's get some ice, let's get it distributed, and then we'll go ahead and go from there and get the that facility set up. Now, this is where the ice mine is. It's over here somewhere. Where did we put it? Looking for the hole. Where's the hole? Okay, I had a hole where I mined for ice. This is ice. I'm pretty sure this is ice. No. Okay, where's the ice? I know there's ice here somewhere, because I was over here digging a while back. Where is it? Oh, here's the ice. Okay. Now where's the hole? I had a mine. Seriously? Okay, that's weird. Alright, no problem. Oh, snap. Okay, that's magnesium. Well, damn. So there's ice and magnesium up here, huh? Alright, so that's the ice. Okay, well, we'll just go straight in for the ice. How about that? Get it over there to the So I'm pretty sure we've got a motor in it. Hey, Minuteman, welcome! Alright, there's the ice. Okay, cool. This will be good too. We don't really have to worry about the hydrogen engine charging things up on the Ministry now that I have power sorted on the Ministry. Yeah, we're gonna back up and we're gonna drop that ugly thing over there. We don't want that. We do want, however, this stuff. Ice please, ice please. Good. That's cool. Alright, where are we at? There we are. Alright, let's go. Up, over, and out the hole. And let's head out here to the hopper and see about getting the dragon up and running. We get her some fuel. That'll get it charged up. And then from there on out, we'll bring it back. So we definitely want to get a hangar. I want to be able to get the weapon systems from those and all the materials. I don't really care about the shell. I mean, granted, it's great for material, and I'm not sure what the shell's made out of. It got to be at least light armor. I'm not sure. We'll have to check it out. But at least we can get the material out of it and be able to get the weapon systems over and get those in place. I want to be able to get the shell of our base set up for sure. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I forgot I put a solar panel pair on the back so it would charge. Because doesn't it have, it does have or doesn't have, did I ever put an engine on this thing? I don't think I did. Oh well. Okay, well, Well, she's had some time. Let's see, do we have any charge? Let's take a look. Battery 2, nope, depleted. Alright, so the batteries are depleted, so we really can't do anything with this until... Yeah, all the batteries are toast. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take all of these batteries, and we're going to set these on recharge. That way they charge up when the sun comes up. Solar panels, we got 2 of them with an incomplete one. That's fine. Those 2 will definitely... be good. Alright, so we're just gonna have to wait. I don't have the materials to make a with me. I just have ice. Maybe I'll put the ice in here just to be on the safe side. We'll put ice in here. It'll go into the gen, but I don't care. Let's go ahead and drop a good chunk of this ice over here. I want to leave, well, we have quite a bit actually in the base. Yeah, let's just go ahead and drop it all. And then that way, when the power hits up, we'll be good. And we can always get a hydro engine on it anyways. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have an engine. I looked at the control center. We never did build an engine for it, but that's okay. Like I said, these 2 solar panels will start us up. And then once we get enough of a charge, we'll limp it back to the base. So she'll keep fine for now. Ooh, what's that? An FCDC ore processing facility. Huh. That's interesting. That hasn't. Well, I don't remember that being there either. So we got 2 new things right here. We have. Where is it? We have a signal tower, an space pirate signal tower, and we have the FCDC ore processing facility. Huh. That could be interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and remember that. Actually, that could be good. Can't really GPS it without going over there. Alright, let's get back to the Ministry. I want to go ahead and head over to that facility and get more materials, but first, before we do that, we need to set up the industrial location. I want to drop that down to 2 levels below. I feel like that would be smart, and then we can run walkways over and then down, kind of like a refinery manufacturing pit. Yeah, you know, I really think kind of want to make it armored so that it's protected down there though too. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go with heavy armor down below. That way it's got some extra protection just in case the pirates start getting stupid and doing something they shouldn't be doing, like attacking me or something. So, alright, so we should, let's go ahead and get, let's take, alright, let's take that out. So I'm thinking, let's see here, I'm going to replace this with heavy armor. Let's do that. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We gotta make, let's, that way we got a match, and we'll go with heavy armor instead. Yeah, there we go. Wait a minute, hold on. No, that's not good. I'll tell you why that's not good, because I'm still in creative mode from when I was doing the cleanup. So one of the things, for those of you that might be thinking about like running your scenario, you want to keep the drain down, you want to go into admin, you want to go up here to creative mode, and you want to set up your creative mode, and then you go around and you go to your entity list, you go to grids, and you look for things like this, static grids. And if you find, like, for example, in the last salvage we had, there was actually some grid that was below the level of the sand, and unless you excavate it, you're not going to know where it's at, but it can still cause a drain on your system. So you want to try to, when you're doing long series like this, you want to be able to go through and just delete those items, and you can't do it unless you're in creative. So what I'll do is every couple of episodes I'll go through and I'll get rid of those, you see? So let's go ahead and get the heavy armor block in place. Oh wait, before we do that, what is it I do every time? I gotta drop these two, and then I gotta get rid of them because those were erroneous. Yep, as much as I hate wasting material. And there you go, now they're gone. Which just means I gotta go over here and get another one. I sometimes forget, but you know, that's what you do. That's what my policy is, at least, is that I don't, you know, I don't want to do that. That's not what we're all about here, you know. But with a PlayStation, you kind of gotta really watch it. Unfortunately, there is a drain that can happen on your system, and you have to be mindful of that. Alright, let's see here. That's good. Go ahead and get that in place. Get that there. Now, what we're going to have to do... I know my energy's critical, suit lady, because I have to dig out this a little bit. Alright, let's see here. We're going to have to do a little bit of excavation if we want the floor to be good. Alright, there we go, and bam, just like that. Good. Let's go ahead and get our, get ourselves a little bit more going up. I do have some stuff that's going to be happening in this series that's going to be kind of wild. We need to get this ship up and running. We need to get that headquarters wiped out within the next, within about the next 10 episodes. Because things are going to get really ugly around here by episode 25, and by episode 30, things are going to take a bit of a turn. So, hopefully we can get it taken care of by then. I'm going to lay down in bed for a second, get to watch some TV down there, watch the clock go by. So, yeah, we want to try to get some, at least get the base up and running and everything, because we got word that things are going to get a little ugly soon, so... and then hopefully I'm hoping to be have the pirates taken care of and get off this planet by like episode 20, episode 35 at the latest. That's what I'm kind of hoping. So we'll have to see how it goes. The bad news could get here sooner. Don't know, but episode 25 is when all kinds of bad things start happening. So when you got to be ready for that. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get this. We're going to do all heavy armor on the bottom, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to do big blocks. The big blocks are just for the walls. No, not quite. Alright, no problem. Now we can do it. I figure there should be more than sufficient armor plate at the pirate base for this, so I'm not too worried. If anything, we can just grind off some of the thing, and plus we are on a neutral footing with them right now, even though technically I look at it like we're not. But you know. The reason why I'm taking it below this level is because I don't want to go higher than one block because of the bow of the ship. It just seems kind of like not good. So, yeah, that's why. Alright. Good, we got a nice little trench going here. We also got to get the renewable power in place. Just doing a little bit of excavation. It'd be nice if we had an excavator. I could probably build one actually with drills, but might have a bit of a problem fitting under here, so. The other thing this will facilitate is a little bit of ease on the other aspect of things, which is, of course, going to be getting piping around. Okay, so now we're going to go over here and try to get this. This is the corner, so this is probably going to take the bulk of the stuff here. Let's see here. Alright, cool. Now I'll continue to run the heavy armor train over here. Alright, cool beans. Alright, now let's see here. We want to go right about here. Well, actually, we do have this coming out a little further, so maybe we'll take it out further too. Yeah, probably better. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. I like that. Might put a window or something in here. It's hard to say. But for now, now we're going to go over here. I guess it's going to go. We'll cut that out of here, actually. And let's see here. Yeah, we're going to run it right along there. So let's go ahead and do heavy block, heavy block. And this is, we'll do this in a second. Alright, there we go. We're encased that way. Let's go ahead and bring that on. Let's see here. Bring it along here. We're probably going to have to do a heavy block up to the top too. Well, there we go. That'll be a regular light armor block right there and there. And then that is going to be one of those. That.
Energy low.
And then we'll go like that. Oh. I'm not going to be able to get to that one. Well, geez, that's not fun. No, I can. Actually, I should leave that open, because that's going to go straight down into the hole. Alright, how much do we got left? We got 10 left, okay. So we're going to have to make a few changes in here. Okay, those are actually going to be striped for a warning symbol, so we'll go ahead and change the color scheme, but we're going to use heavy armor blocks. There we go, that works out good. Again, we're going to need to paint that right color. And then that's going to have, oh, wait, nope, did not want that. There we go. Yeah, I hear you, suit lady, but not too worried. Well, we should keep it consistent, I suppose. Alright, and then this is going to be gone here too, but we need to get a recharge. So, up we go. And let us go and not only get a recharge on that, but we'll get a recharge on the air. So we'll go ahead and have a sit down, and we don't have any, we do have some mushrooms, so that's what we're gonna have. Some mushrooms and Klein Cola. How about that? There we go. Gonna sit here for a few minutes. Alright. I'm not too worried, we got more ice down the street. So it's not really that big of a deal. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of that. Okay, so we have this nice, fine little spot down here. Gonna be a little bit more of a challenge to get behind there, I think. Let's see, I want to see if I can actually get behind here to do the welding, or if I need to get the... Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, okay, good. I can get back here and do the welding. Outstanding. That's good. Alright, so that means that we can go ahead and get the floor in place. Now, the floor I'm not going to do... I'm going to do heavy armor blocks, but we're not going to do heavy armor blocks fully. We're going to do these half blocks here, and we're going to do that. So it's not really that far down, actually. It's only a couple of blocks down, but still, it's something. Alright. Alright, cool beans. Let's go ahead and get these started. Alright, so, the challenge. This, right here. Alright, so we do have a bit more to do here than this, so now I'm thinking we put that over here. So let's go ahead and I gotta leave an area out for the pipes to go that way, so actually it should go right there. So we'll go ahead and clear that out. And let's go ahead and get these blocks on the bottom done. Alright, that's where it should go. So we're going to go ahead, and this is going to actually be in the yellow color. I like the yellow for in the industrial type stuff. I don't know why, I just always thought it was kind of cool. So where is it? I just saw it. There it is. Okay, so we're going to do the industrial refinery. Nice bright yellow refinery. Okay. Let's see. I think we got it upside down. Yep, that's it right there. Okay, so if we put it like this, it's going to have a problem. So... Alright, so we actually need to have it out a little further. We need to have it right here because we need to have room for all those little extra accessories that they like to have, so. Right there. So if we set it up like this, it should be good. Let's go ahead and get it going. Need a lot more plates and grids and stuff like that, but that's okay because those are all over on the other side. So yeah. Alright, and we don't have any more parts left, so yeah, I think we can take these out here. that in the right order. Alright, cool. And then this one here. This is actually right up against it, so we could actually, theoretically, what we could do is just make this a part of that and just extend that entire thing over if we really wanted to. I mean, that would work. We'll load some more stuff in there. Alright, so we need to go to, let's see, we need to go to our ore handling facility out here. So let's go ahead and fly out that way. We'll collect our materials from there. Got a bit of a dark, crazy thing going on, but that's okay. So I figure we'll fly out here. We'll go ahead and collect the rest of the interior equipment, and then we'll go ahead and get the weapon systems, and then we'll get the cargo container and get all that processed over, get the shelves in place and all that, and then we'll be good to go. And the rest of it will just be for materials. We'll move out and grab one of the other ore handling facilities, or possibly even the salvage yard over there, and then of course the pirates will hate us again, but that's okay, because, you know, we don't really like them anyway. They shot us, they brought us down. It's not good. Alright, so here's the rest of this. We'll go ahead and grab the rest of that. Yep, bye now, suit lady. Have a sit down here. Oh, there's materials in there. Oh, that's right. They've got all these add-ons. Aha ha! Nice. Oh, that's really good. That's going to be really, really handy, actually. Okay, we're just kind of waiting here. Do-do-do. Alright, we're fully charged. So let's go ahead and get started. We apparently have the lovely pleasantness of a morning sandstorm, because, you know, that's always so much fun. Oh wow, there's a lot of material in here. Okay. Alright, so, interesting. Speed module, yield module, power efficiency. Oh, nice. Huh, that's pretty cool. Alright, well, doesn't change the fact that we also want this assembler in there too, but I think I saw something about grids in here. No, they don't have any grids. They do have a lot more steel plates though. So let's go ahead and grab all those and we'll have a full load. Cool. Alright, ready, set, go. Yeah. I figure once these guys get ugly, they're going to get ugly again, and when they do, we want to be prepared for it. So let's go ahead and get this entire facility stripped out, and then we'll be good to go. Ore handling facilities. I'm trying to remember. I think the ore handling facility is kind of like what this one used to be, what the ministry used to be, if I remember right. So there's probably not any weapon systems to be had, but there is materials and equipment. But we'll save that for a day when we really, really need it. Let's go ahead and we're coming in. There we are. Uh-oh. It's so sandy you can't see squat. Alright, let's come down into the industrial hole. Alright, let's go ahead and get this in place. And I got some grid up here too, so let's go ahead and get a hold of some grid. I'm pretty sure I got some in here somewhere. Let's see, grid. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's in a cargo crate. No, that's not it. I got some in the... There we are. There we go. Probably ended up inside of one of those other things, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Alright. Let's get this refinery up. Outstanding. Gotta love that. Alright, and then we've got the materials, which I guess we'll put in here for now because we don't really have anywhere else for it to go. And then we're gonna go back to doing the floor. Wow. Just like that, huh? Huh. I might as well put this in there. Alright, cool. Back we go. Let's see. So let me know in the comments, what do you think should be the pirate target? Obviously, we are in no way, shape, or form capable of taking on that headquarters. However, we could go after another ore handling facility, we could go after the signal post, or we could go after the salvage yard. So, yeah, what do you think, Minuteman? Since you're currently in live chat, or anybody else watching, let me know what you guys think. What do you think we should go after first? It's gonna, whatever we do, once we hit it, they're not gonna like us again, and it's very possible this might be the thing that stirs the hornet's nest, so to speak, which is why I kind of want to get prepared, because if they start sending drones after our base, we're definitely going to want to have some protection in place. Alright, let's see here. Those are not connected. I am scared that they're going to despawn, but I don't think they will, but we'll see. It's more important, though, that we get these things in place. I'm always checking to see if there's anything new that pops up or anything that's moving. But nope. It's kind of refreshing. Alright, you got it. Looks like other ore facility is the suggestion, so that is what we're going to do. Anybody else have any comments? We'll be taking this as like a vote situation. Right now we have one for an ore facility. Obviously we're not going to hit it until we're done getting this one stripped out. But another ore facility could have some more components that we might need, along with more weapon systems, which is also something we need. The only thing that we can construct right now which does not require salvage is power, because we have the we're doing AI crew, and then that means, well, that we have an event controller for power, so we can build all the power we want. But everything else, gotta salvage it, including weapons. Alright, so we have yield modules. So, oh, we need to change the color. Do I want yellow for the yield modules, really? No, let's go with black on that. Let's do the black on the yield modules, but we'll still do the stripe hazard armor. I don't know, that's going to make it look like a bee, but that's kind of cool, I think. It's kind of consistent with what the salvage is. So we got speed, no, yield. That's what we want, yield. Yeah, that actually looks kind of cool with it. Alright, we got a yield. Do another yield. Power efficiency. And what was, did we have it? Was the other, I think the other one was a speed. But I think maybe, I'm not worried about speed as much as power efficiency. I think that might be better, so we'll go with that. We can always get more power cells. Alright. Okay, that leaves me with a few more parts. No, unfortunately I did hack that. That's how I got the power situation there, Minuteman. That's a good idea, but no, the unhacked one, I already hacked that several episodes ago. If you want, I can verify that for you. Come on up here. then we come around, we come down to the bottom down here, this deck here, and the controller is this one. And as you can see, we have already hacked it. This is our power control. So it's currently set so that when the stored power on the ship is equal to or less than 20%, she yells at me and says, feed me, I'm hungry. So yeah. Okay, that is going to come down here. Now that's going to be for all the weapon systems all the way around. And we need to get something, an umbilical hook to the ship. And then we'll need something else too for the hangar. We do want to connect up to that too, so that we can actually make that part of the top part here and connect it all the way around. Yeah, so we're gonna want to, let's see, we're gonna put the right here is where the where we'll set up our I think actually I want to put it here. We could, if we had another refinery, we might put the other refinery right there. Because I'm pretty sure we'll have at least one more refinery if we get another ore facility. We don't need a lot, just a couple of them is fine. And then we'll make sure we put a full refinery on the ship too. That way, and a proper module on the back of that thing. Oh, actually a speed module. I had a speed module, and I turned it to this one. But you know what? Let's take this off. We'll make it a speed module, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to swap it out with this. Because this is a yield module, and you can't use that on one of these. So let's make this a speed module. And then it's like having two. And that works out perfectly. And then I can put the yield module over here, and that's like having yet another one of these. Ha! Cool. Yeah, I know. Oh, that works out nicely. I like that. That's absolutely awesome. Brilliant. Okay, so now we got to think about the placement of everything we're going to have here. So if we have another one of these refiners that goes down here, so then that leaves the assemblers. Actually, we could put one assembler there and one assembler there, put them back to back, and then we could pipe them up with the... Yeah, we could pipe them up with that. We can't really... We might not be able to have all the modules on them, but that's fine, and that'll squeeze them in nice and tight. Now we got to figure out where we're going to put that cargo piece, but we could put the cargo on top up here. Yeah, there we go. We put the cargo up here, and we can put it up against the structure here, and then we'll have that cargo in place. Oh, I like that. I like that. All right, so this is gonna, we're gonna have to fix this or something like that. We'll get it set up in here. We'll see where the I like that. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a pipe across here, and as is my custom, I am going to make it hazard stripe yellow, because we're gonna tear it away, not just because it's like needs to be constructed, but we're gonna, I like all my pipes to be like a gray color, but we're gonna do this one yellow because that is where we'll put another one of these. So get that in place. That's where the other one of these is going to be. And then here is where the pipes are going to turn. So let's go ahead and change our color scheme to light gray. And I want clean armor for these. I like it. I think it looks really good that way. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll do a turn pipe this way. Good. And then we'll do a turn pipe. Oh wait, nope. Nope. If we do that, we're not going to be able to fill in these, and we got to do those. All right, cool. It is what it is. These will have to go in. Wait, actually, you know what? Let's use that on the ship. I mean, might as well. And we got the materials, so we might as well use them for stuff on the ship. Alright, let's see here. We got, okay. Alright, well, we'll drop these off in here. We'll get to those in a little bit. Alright, so we got an O2 issue. Alright, no problem. Back to the... We're gonna drop these in here. Good deal. Let's go in here and get some O2 and some energy. I need to make a bigger window here, actually. Event controller 2? Seriously? There's another event controller. I gotta look this up. If we've got another event controller, then I need to see what we have available. I'm not gonna wait. I thought there was only one in there, Minuteman. I gotta check and see. Alright, controller 2. I think the reason why it says controller 2 is because I disassembled that one and reassembled it. If you wait, that looks like the back end of an event controller. I think you're right. Okay, let's see what that one was. I don't remember what that one was. Oh, this is going to be so good. It is an event controller, isn't it? No? Ah, nope. Broadcast controller. Nope. Sorry. No, no. No event controllers there. No, no. Nope. Yep, I think that's what the problem was. I think if we look at the control panel, the reason why that says 2 is because it's the second one that was built for this grid. Anytime... Well, it says access denied, though. What the hell? Where the hell is that? You're right. Where in the world? Uh-huh. I was going to say, anytime you break down and then build a new one, it becomes the next number in sequence. So where is the access denied unhacked controller at? Where are you, controller? Okay, this one's already hacked. See, it's green. So where's the other one? What the hell? Engine... Is this it? That's event controller 3. Oh, wow. So where's event controller 2? And that one's for gas, so we can make tanks and stuff, but where's number 3? I gotta keep track of these things. Where is number 3? No, not there. Okay, there's 2. So we've got the air tanks, H2O2 gens and stuff like that, and then we've got the other one. But where? I don't know where the hell is the other one? No, you're right. Event controllers don't. Wait, you're right. Broadcast controllers don't have stripes. They don't. They don't have the air vents. They've got an antenna assembly. So this one's actually facing the broadcast controller, and that is sneaky as hell. Yep, see? Event controller. Ah! That's the back that we're supposed to be seeing there. Good eye. My gosh. Alright. This is brilliant. This opens up a whole new level. Okay, let's check this out. What are we gonna do with you? We'll put this event controller, we'll flip it around. Alright, so we've got the, we got gas control. Alright, we're gonna sit down so we don't burn up all our stuff. Alright, let's get this configured. Ah, this is brilliant. Good eye. But see what I was talking about, everybody? See how there's no 2 no more? Because I ground it out and put it in? It's because it's the 4th event controller I've installed. I didn't just hack it, but I had to turn it around so I could actually get to it. Alright, so what do we got here? Altitude, that would mean I could, if I did, let's see, angle change, that would give me the gyros. Altitude would give me, well, that would give me thrusters. Block integrity, let's see, cargo would give me cargo containers, which is always fun. Cockpit occupied would give me control stuff. Connector connected, that would give me connection stuff. Distance to locked target would give me weapons, or give me AI, but I already get AI for free. So maybe that would be weapon systems. Let's see. Merge block merged. Grid speed changed. Thrust percentage. That would also be. Let's see. And then of course cargo filled in the magazines and the. Yeah. If I like one of my guns runs out, then I'd have that for guns too. I don't know. That's a tough one. Alright, we're gonna have to think on that. I think I'm leaning more... temporarily, I'm gonna set this up for thrust. Because I feel like that I'm gonna have the hardest time finding us any kind of thrusters for this. And we'll just temporarily set that and see what, because we can get cargo containers from the ore locations. I'm sure they've got other types of cargo containers. They'd have to. But I think we need to find fallen ships to get hydrogen thrusters, and I think that's going to be a bit trickier. So I think if it's equal or greater, then we'll set that for now. Let's see, if thrust is equal or greater than 75%, that's where we'll set that for. So that way we can tell. Oh, come on. Oh, stop it. All right. All right. So now we need to set up a speaker. We'll do that in a minute, in a bit. But basically, yeah, so that's what that's going to be. So that'll be able to give us the ability to get thrusters on this ship, which means we're going to need materials for that. But all right, well, that was really. Thank you so much, Minuteman. I had completely forgotten there was a third one in there. Because it was really hard to spot right away, and I didn't really look at my control center for it. So that was a brilliant find. Alright, let's go ahead and head back here and get more materials and get it cleared out before we go after the next ore facility and hopefully not piss the pirates off so much that they hammer us to death. I don't think we're ready for a massive attack, but they might send a couple of troops our way if we really tick them off again. Not that I really care, because, you know, we're better than those stinking space pirates.
Energy low.
Thanks, Suit Lady. That's what we really want. Alright, and let's see here. I'm taking that off because honestly I'm just kind of tired of looking at it. I like to see the scenery. Alright, let's sit down here. Alright, let's go ahead and have a seat. Look at that. Yeah, see, she's pretty empty. She's just a shell, really. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna bet that's probably heavy armor right there on the left, and the right is probably regular armor, because look at the ridges. Yeah, I think there's heavy armor mixed in with this. That could be useful. It's got grids in it, at least. Alright, we'll put this back on again. Okay, so next is this thing. We got a speed module and a power efficiency module. Good layout. Alright, what do we got in here? Oh wow, that's all pretty heavy stuff. We'll take the rest of it in steel. Oh, we get that floor done a little bit better too. Alright. So the way I see it, get that thing emptied out, get the cargo moved over, get the other moved over. Then we can raise the walls all the way around it. I'm not going to enclose the roof of the hangar. I feel like that isn't really necessary. Plus, any weapon systems we put on the dorsal side of the Ministry can act as additional firepower if we need it. It does. It does save on us for... you're absolutely right, Minuteman. It does save us from having to wait for those abandoned and wrecked ships. And constantly having to search for them. Although I think that the pirates are going to provide us with plenty of materials once we start taking their facilities. Although I'm not going to be as careful about destroying them. And I do need to get that ship in its place. Actually, maybe we'll do that now. Let's see here. What's our status for our batteries? We should be getting some energy from that solar panel. Yeah, we're gonna switch the battery over to recharge. That way it can just sit there and charge up. Then we'll park it. We just got to get enough energy to do it. Alright, so first order of business, let's get this. Alright. Nope. I don't want to use up that grid because I need that grid. Now we'll take that grid. Alright. So let's go ahead and get that color scheme, and then let's go ahead and get the let's go ahead and get this assembler in place here. Alright, now let's see. That's gonna go right here. Because I know we're gonna lose out on some of those efficiency modules because the back end's not going to be exposed unless I rotate it a different way. I mean, I could put it like this, I guess, and that would give us access to those. Well, but if I do that, then I won't have access to it over here. Well, what if I did it right here? So this here gives us Alright, so that would allow us access into there. And then this side here, I guess we could put it like this. Like right here. Yeah, that would work. And then that would work. Yeah, that could do it. That could do it. Alright, cool. And the cool thing is that it's, we can still put the cargo on top. We're just going to have to make it a taller facility if we do that, though, but unless we put the cargo on top of, yeah, it'd have to be up here on top of this. But that thing's really big, though. I'm pretty sure it's, let's take a look. Let's do a shits and giggles, so to speak. Let's see. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's taller than the building. I mean, it's not like we can't make the building bigger. We can, but it's also gonna be right up on that other refinery, though. It'd do the job, though. I don't think it looks that bad. It's not like we can't expand the base, too. I mean, we can always do that, too. Yeah, we're gonna have to expand the base. Oh wait, speed modules and stuff like that, we were doing it in this color here, so let's go ahead and do that right. Okay, the speed module, we'll put that on here. Oh, you need steel plates. No matter how you spin it, you gotta have them steel plates. Oh, I don't think I have any steel plates in there. That's okay. Just need 3. Alright, so yield no, power efficiency. Yes, we do want a power efficiency module. That'll go there. And then up on here is where the speed module will go, which means we're not going to be able to put the storage on top of there. We'll have to put the cargo somewhere else. Maybe, I don't know, maybe put it on this side right over here. Kind of drive it into the ground there, maybe? I don't know. Extend this underneath there? I don't know. Well, we'll have to see how this goes. We could probably, let's see. Well, if we drew this back another row back this way, we would have enough room for it. We could conceivably put it right down here. If we made it part of the wall even, it would work. Huh. No, we'll have to see. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this in place. That in place. And that's it. Alright. Off we go again. Do-do-do-do. Alright, let's see here. You know what I think I might do? I might break down that large cargo container into smaller ones. I can think of a few places it might be nice to have them. But we do need to offload the material first, so... middle... It'd be nice if the ship if the flyer was up and running, but unfortunately, we juiced out on that one. I figure it's going to take about 4 trips back and forth to empty that, maybe 5, and then we do also have the shelves on the side to take care of too. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to get back up on here and we're going to do some more work on the wall. And that work is going to be basically, we're going to do some light armor blocks, do some more blue. The idea is I want this wall to be above the level of the highest part of the ground here. Let's see here. We're going to take this right here. And then we'll go up another one. Huh. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking that should probably turn out to be more of a heavy armor situation. So let's go ahead and get those in place. And then we'll go with the heavy armor block.
Meteor storm inbound. Energy low.
Each one of these is going to be a weapon emplacement, which is why I'm setting them up the way I am. Alright, so we're going to get this set up. I think that's pretty much all of it, yep. Alright. Where are we at? we go again. I figure I'll put a weapons in place. There's a rock there. I was like, what is that? Nah, we're not going to get distracted by rocks. So I'm thinking we'll get a weapons emplacement on each corner of the wall of the facility, and we'll have another one midway.
Energy critical.
Yep, I know, suit lady. I'm going to go have a seat. Don't stress. And then I'm thinking that that's going to provide us with a good coverage. That way, if they... that way, you know, it doesn't become a bit of an issue. You know, when they get mad. Because they're going to probably get mad at us at some point. But who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and they just will not be able to figure it out. Which would be the perfect scenario, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this off of here. We got all of that. And maybe we can get a few of those too. Ah, cool. That works. Actually, you know what? We'll drop those. I wonder if we can get one of these in there. Nope. Nope. How about some gat ammo? Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll get... Wait a minute. Alright, cool. Alright, off we go again. Oh, snap, we forgot to do our thing. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, this is going to be bad. Forgot to sit down for a second. I was listening to Suit Lady, and I ignored Suit Lady, and now I'm going to pay for it. Yep. As soon as we get back here, we got to sit in that control seat of the ship.
No energy.
Yep, I know, Suit Lady. We're trying to get there as fast as possible.
Health low.
Oh, no, no, this is not good.
Health critical.
Yep, and we're gonna have to respawn. And there I go. Ah, frustrating. I keep forgetting stuff. Gotta remember that. Alright, where's the body at? Body, where's the body? Body location here, okay. That's weird. Bounced. Alright, let's not forget that this time. You know what I need to do? I need to drop this, this, and this. I really don't need those things. Yeah. I don't want to hear about it, my man. I know it's an oopsie. Yep, that happened. I did it. I owned it. Yep, guilty as charged. Alright, so let's get over here and get this. Alright, so... add emplacements in place. Alright, let's get this one set up. Alright, so this one here... Alright, cool. Probably should do the same in this hole too. Rotate in place. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm thinking, well, Yeah, I think it's high enough. It might be better served with a heavy armor block, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be better served with a heavy armor block. Okay, well, let's head back. Hopefully we can get enough of a charge on that ship. We can take it over here too. That would be really useful, but I'm not betting the dollar on that. It just occurred to me, since we have power as unlimited, we could put a reactor on it, and that would charge it up even faster than solar panels. And now that we've got a refinery, we can actually refine any uranium we find, too. Huh. I don't know how much uranium we currently have. We should check that out. That could be very useful. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a wise thing to do. Yeah, look, we've got reactor components right here. That wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Well, we still have 41,000 kilograms of material, so... or 41,000 liters, I should say. 38,000 kilograms. I think if I remember right, a medium cargo container, the smaller large grid one, is 15. So, yeah, we still got plenty in here. Can't really break it down that easily, so... Okay, might as well grab this and this, grab this, grab all those as much as possible, I guess. Well, you know... we got all these to carry, too. Oh, wow. That's gonna fill you up. Yep. Alright, well. Out we go. Oh no. Not falling prey to that again. No, we're not. Now, since we're still in neutral territory as far as those guys are concerned, we can actually probably do a quick zip by each one of those ore facilities and decide which one we want to take. But I don't know. I feel like it might be best just to take them in sequence. I think that's what I'm going to do instead. I don't want to do a recon like that because I don't want to have a facility where we have to go by bad guys to get there. That would be tactically poor. Alright, so off we go again. We'll drop off the hydrogen, the oxygen tanks, empty ones, and the empty H2 in the base H2O2 gen, not the ships. I still gotta figure out how I'm gonna hook the ship into the base, though. She's not lined up right, and I don't have enough thrust to move her yet. So we gotta come up with some sort of clever way to get an umbilical hooked up to a connector with that. And I'm thinking about a way of doing it using hinges, but oh no. What's that signal tower over there? Uh, Alright, let's go ahead and get these in here. That's empty, that goes in there. That goes in there too. You know, I'm actually going to put those in there too because I just don't want to have the extra space available. Alright, but meanwhile, we don't have any storage down here yet. So this is all going to have to go in here. Well, except for the... Yeah. Alright, that'll work. Hey, Blackburn, thanks for joining. Welcome. Alright, so I think we need to take and strip out the I'm gonna strip out the weapon systems, I think. Actually, you know what we need to do? We need more metal plates. We want to get that I want to get get the weapons and placements in place, and then we can go ahead and do the other, which means we're going to have to empty out the large container because that has to be broken down into smaller containers. That way I have magazines to put stuff in. Sure, Blackburn, no problem. I can teach you how to play this. As a matter of fact, if you go to the my playlists in YouTube, I have a series called Learning, and it's Learning to Survive, and you can go on there and I tell you how to do like a take one of the drop ships, the drop landers on the Earth-like planet, and I show you how to make it into a vehicle and how to start your base and things like that. Of course, you're welcome to ask questions. I'm more than happy to answer. If you see me doing something and you're curious about what's going on, let me know. Let me know. But yeah, you can check those out. I got a couple of different teaching series in there. Alright. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta sit down, get a little bit of a charge, and I gotta go sit down and take care of my own stuff here for a second. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. But like I said, yeah, I'd be more than happy to help you out with a little bit of that. No problem, Blackburn. And of course, if you watch my videos, I've got probably about 100 on here. I do tend to try to explain everything that I'm doing so that all of you guys can be able to do this stuff too. I have to try to decide where I'm going to go with this. We've got a couple of different options here. Yeah. I think what we're gonna do is we gotta empty this thing out. We just really don't have a choice. Yeah, see, it's gonna take us 2 trips just for the medical kits. And we can get those and some of those. Or we can get those and a bunch of those. Yeah, see, it's gonna take a lot of trips. What we really need is that flyer, honestly. So, I'm thinking we should break this down and try to transfer some of this, maybe? Yeah, no matter how we look at it, we're not going to be able to do that. It's just going to be a back and forth trip. Yeah. Alright, guys, this is what we're going to do. We are going to... We're going to strip the weapons out of here. We'll use these conveyor lines here and here to act, and we just won't worry about... Oh yeah, this is nice. So let's go ahead and get these things taken care of. We're going to grab this connector. We could use this. We'll grab the other connector too. Both of them we'll use in the facility. And then we'll start taking up some of this conveyor lines. So, did you have a specific question, Blackbone? Are you like really, or Blackburn? I'm sorry. Are you like really struggling on just trying to get started? I mean, where are you really having your trouble? If you go ahead and leave a message on the live chat, I'm more than happy to answer the question. Alright, that takes care of that. How much space we got? Yeah, we got enough for this. So let's go ahead and grab... grab the missile launcher, actually. Because that thing isn't gonna... That's for ships. Okay. Getting started. That's actually really easy. You basically have a couple of choices. As a new player, I would strongly advise that you go with a planetary start, like on the Earth-like planet, or space. Because you'll find planets like Mars and some of these other planets are going to be a bit more of a challenge because you have to deal with a lot of environmental things, like in case of Mars, you don't have any oxygen. In the case of like Europa, you have limited resources as far as mining and no oxygen. So I mean, you got challenges on those. So what I would suggest is getting started either in space with the starter ship. It's going to be the respawn ship, or you start with the lander on Earth-like planet, because Earth-like planet, you have 1g gravity, so it does kind of chew up your hydrogen if you're going to do the jetpack, but you have oxygen on the planet, so you don't have to worry about your air, and there is resources on the planet to be had, which is why I did my my tutorial series learning to survive on the Earth-like planet, simply because that's really the best place to start, honestly. Let's see here. We're gonna go right about here. How much room do I have? I'm pretty much full up, huh? Alright. Yeah, yeah, I haven't been able to accept your friend request because, honestly, it's hard for me to do that while I'm in the middle of being in-game. Let me hold on a second. Let's here, I'll give you a second here. Hold on. All right, I went ahead and accepted your friend request. So your friend request has been accepted, Eli. But like I said, I really can't do much right now since I'm currently in game. But like I said, if you're welcome to ask questions, and I will be more than happy to answer them. So when you get started, your basic, let's see. You're going to want to start with a basic base. You take your lander can become a vehicle, or you can use it to make a basic base. I would suggest using it as a starter for a basic base. But you know, it all depends upon what you want to do. But you want to end up with you got your survival kit, you got your power already. Let's go ahead and get this in place. Alright, now this is where I would do a cargo pod for that. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to put the missile launcher right down here. So what I'm doing is I'm just saving it since I'm doing a salvage on this particular one. So like, yeah, okay, so we're going to run this through for you. Give me a second to drop this missile launcher here. Alright, so I'm saving that. The rest of these materials we'll be using for the other thing. So, here's the deal. Basically, when you're going to build a basic type of base, you're going to come down to your lander, and then that's going to land you on the surface of the planet. Or if you're in space, you've got the shoot, we're running out of air. You've got the that space pod, which is really good to start with, honestly. Oh, hey, it just occurred to me. You know, there's a learning tutorial that the game provides you too, where they do step by step. Learning to survive. You'll find that in the inside your main. You know, when you go into your missions at the very beginning, when you're looking up a new game, you find you go over to the original content. It's the second one over. They're going to have learning to survive. That is brilliant. I actually started, that was my first thing I did in Space Engineers, and they have a step-by-step where they tell you this is what you're going to do, and you're going to do these different actions, and you just start building. But basically you're going to start with a base. That's what you want to have. So you're going to want to make sure that you have your survival kit, which is going to be on your rover or your ship, and then you're going to want to mine rock, and then you feed that rock into the survival kit, and then that's going to provide you with the ore, or with the ingots you need to make components to build the other parts of your base. And once you get your basic base up and running, then you're good to go. If that makes sense. In this particular series, I didn't have a start for a base. Instead, I had to build a vehicle, do a mobile base for a while. Now I'm stealing these pirate bases. Because, yeah, that's what we do. We steal from the pirates. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see, we're going in the middle. So this looks right about right here. Alright, so that's where we're going to put this one. Alright. Now, we got some good stuff here. So we're going to go ahead and go with heavy armor, and we're going to do and we're just going to build this up right here. Nah, I didn't want that there. And we're gonna put another one of these in here. Ah, interior plates. Really? Ah, you seriously are a pain. We're gonna salvage some from you, and we're gonna finish this conveyor so I can get this missile launcher in place.
Energy low.
No, that's not what I want. Alright. Get a little bit of recharge. So, to build your, you can use your survival kit to be able to recharge your stuff. You can also recharge your, oh, you haven't? That's okay, Minuteman. I've been, yeah, well, you follow me. You know how much I play this game. I've been playing this game a long time. Really long time. I don't know how many hours, though. I never bothered to keep track. Okay. Let's go back here. We're gonna get the GAT. Ah, gravy. I really want a cargo container, but I think we're gonna have to run from... Yeah, we're probably gonna have to run to a more of a situation where we'll have to run it from a centralized location. Maybe we'll set up a row of cargo. Oh, you did, since January of this year. Well, that's really cool. It's been about a couple years, at least, for me. I'm trying to remember when I bought this game. Yeah, it was a couple years ago, I think. And damn, I did not mean for that to happen. Damn, there goes my GAT. That's not fair. Now we're gonna have to go fight those guys because I need a GAT. Actually, I need 4 of them. You know what we might do? We might go and take on 2 ore handling facilities and take both of their GATs. Yeah, that's what we might do. What's our faction status? Just how much are our friends with these guys? Oof. Not much, but... What do we got? Alright. This is what we're gonna do. We're doing it. We're gonna take their weapons, and then we'll come back and deal with their stuff afterwards. That's right. Because we don't have a lot of time. We got to get this base up and operational, and then get it protected, and then we need to get started on the ship. But for now, we need to get this stuff loaded up. Hmm. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this here too. Alright. Let's go down in here and get this one all situated also. Alright, that's in place. Okay, so that means we're going to need to really get to work on these. So we really, all we need is interior plates. Alright. Let's go to production and let's get some interior plates produced. Put it to work. Alright, well that's going on. It's getting dark. That's just lovely. Alright. Huh. Let's do this. We'll get oxygen, and we'll get an oxygen tank. We'll go in here, and we are going to go after GATs. We want GATs. That's what we're doing. So, we're going to charge up. We're going to hit 2 ore facilities and take their GATs. If we take their GATs, then they're not going to be able to use anything but drones to take us out, unless they've got. Well, we'll have to recon them really quick. Just because they're neutral doesn't mean they won't frag you, though. I've had that happen before, so we can't run risk of that. We got to be careful. Alright, let's do this. Whew, okay. If we get those GATs, though, we don't have any way of arming them, since we don't have our magazines in place. Kinda sucks. But it is what it is. Alright, ready? Let's do this. Alright, we're heading out. We're gonna go see if we can't get some GATs from this other facility. We're gonna do a twilight attack. Here we go. Going in. Ore handling facility, the closest one is right over there. Unless we want to go closer to the headquarters, which we would like to avoid. The last thing we want is a whole bunch of that trouble coming our way. That would really suck. Well, damn. No. No, 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 not doing it. Change my plan, because if we go after them, we're going to make them angry at us. And there's a chance they might go after our ore handling facility here, and if that's the case, they're going to target what we don't want them to target, which is, I want this, I still want the materials in here, at least some of them. So let's get in here and see what we can get. How much reactor? Yeah, there's some reactor fuel in there. Yeah, that would be really good. We could actually put that on the base and have a reactor that runs on the base. Huh. I don't know. We could use that, I suppose, for something. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I feel like I just don't want to have to go back and forth so much, but we really don't have a choice. Yep. Oh, we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, let's do this. We're doing it back and forth a little bit here, so yeah. We're gonna keep doing the back and forth. Yeah, it's really tough because I really want to get those GATs, but I feel like if I start doing that, then say that we anger and get all aggro and they go crazy and they send a bunch of drones our way, then we'll be in a bad way because we'll lose out on what's left in that facility. I don't want to lose that, not yet. So let's keep it even, Steven, and go over this way. Of course, instead of thrusters, we could always take that to cargo pods, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, we got quite a few materials in here. Although I do feel really good having a missile launcher in place because that means any kind of other decent sized ship comes along, they're going to get an unpleasant day. That's an FCDC facility over there, the ore handling facility. That's the same facility we're friends with. I mean, the same faction we're, well, not really friends with, but we're supposed to be allied in this. Honestly, I don't really care about those as much. Alright, so Okay, so coming down. This is why I wanted a cargo, so then I could drop off the Gatlin ammo somewhere besides the Ministry. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this tank. We'll go ahead and grab another one. Let's grab one oxygen tank, and we'll grab one hydrogen tank. Okay. You know what I wonder? We're gonna look at this really carefully, because we might be able to take the dragon over there, actually. Let's take a look at this terrain. I don't know. Nah, it's pretty rough. If I brought the dragon over here, we wouldn't be able to necessarily... It would come along here. It'd be kind of rough terrain, but we could handle it. But the trick is going to be getting up to these mountains here. And that might be a bit of a challenge. Yeah. I think this would be a bit of a challenge right in here. I don't think that the dragon could get up to this. At least very easily. Yeah, this facility is in a really crappy spot right in this caldera here. I'm not sure how we get the dragon in here anywhere. Yeah. I'm taking this thing down. Yeah, I figured. Let's go ahead and get this thing set up with, nope, we want the size. Uh-huh. Right on top of the thing that has my tubes I want. Alright, I see how you are. So I need displays. Uh-huh. I think that, nope, that doesn't have displays in it. Neither does that. Huh. I don't know anything that has displays in here. We'll have to get those from the Ministry when we go back. Alright, 4 displays, huh? Alright, no problem. We'll go ahead and carry... Wow, only 2... Yeah, we're not doing that with just 3 missiles. Oh, we can't do that because we have to. Ah!
Energy low.
Alright, well, let's just transfer all this stuff over here. Alright, let's take all the missiles over here. Nope, I don't want those. I don't care about those. Well, don't have a choice. That was just brilliant. That's gonna fill up that thing fast. Alright. I don't have any other way of... Oh, wait. We might be able to do... Yeah. Alright, so what if we did... Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do a cargo thing. I'm trying to break this down because I want to be able to take a couple of those cargo pods with me and install those on the base because I want to have those for munitions and stuff like that. So as soon as I bring my
Energy critical.
as soon as I bring those weapons, I mean the weapons over, then I'm going to be good to go, and they can go immediately into service. Alright, let's go ahead and go over here.
No energy.
Uh-oh. Gotta sit down. So that's the plan. We're going to break that stuff down, try to get those others set up, get everything from the temporary container into those crates as well, and then that way we can... Each one of those crates is basically the equivalent to one backpack worth of stuff. So we'll have a better idea, too, of how many trips it's going to take to get this material over there. Yeah, let's see. That didn't work quite the way I planned it, now did it? Alright, so... Alright, so that's all taken care of. We're pretty full up, so I don't really think we can make anything on this trip go. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over here, and we're going to grab these, and we're going to grab, let's see, any other, well, we'll take those metal plates. Yeah, that's what we want right there, because we're going to use those on the wall. Alright, so back we go. I think next episode's going to be when we're going to attack the ore facilities. And I think that'll be, yeah. So we're going to finish up. What the hell is that? Oh, I thought there was something up above us. I was about to say, oh no. We got a ship coming in or something, but no, we don't. I almost feel like I want to raise those towers up a little bit more too, but don't want their arc of fire to get in, hit our ship. But yeah, I mean the wall's good and all. It's like kind of like a castle, sort of, in a way. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna go and drop off. Well, we'll drop off some missiles in here. We got some missiles already in here, so we'll just drop off a few more. And I'll drop off the pipes. And we're out. Okay. Alright. Let's go out here and see if the dragon is up for a drive. We should actually see if the dragon's up for a drive, and then well, no. New plan. Changed my mind. I'm not going to go after the dragon right now. Let's go ahead and do the ore facility and get another bit of that facility out of there. At first I was going to do that, and then I realized that if we do that, then we are going to probably want to check out that other encounter over there, because cargo might, I don't know, that might have materials we need. we got another sandstorm. How fun is that? Nope, I have not set a faction yet. That is true. And I need to do that, but I haven't decided exactly how I want to play that out, though. Okay, so if I put this...
Energy low.
Oh, now this is clever. I didn't think about this. I could put all this stuff in both of these. Ha! What if I loaded this up with all the stuff from these containers here and then just ground them down? That would work, and that would store all the materials. Alright, we're going to do that first, because it won't, even if it's ground down, it's not going to matter because it's going to be right up on a power source. Could have done this first, and then I wouldn't have wasted my time with all these crates. Sometimes you just don't think about it right away. I think when I do make a faction in Helios Underground, I'm gonna name it after the colony. I think that's probably the best bet. Alright, we're going to have a sit down here. Alright. Well. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and close the hangar doors, and we're going to call this an episode once we get back. With our 466, we'll probably take what's in here too. That way we got a full load. There we go. I don't think there's anything else left lying around. Alright, let's go ahead and close the doors. And off we go. Yeah. Yeah, that was my fault. I didn't think about it and I released the conveyor and landed all on the GAT. Blew it up. It sucked. I needed that GAT, but it is what it is. I think I'm going to make those corner towers a little bit taller. We're going to bring this up here. The other thing I think I might do, well, we'll see. There we go. And then Actually, I got a better idea for that. I need a girder for it, though. Build a fence across the top of that.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
That's okay. We just swap out our tanks. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes the audio is just kind of wonky. I try to always check it, but sometimes it kind of gets weird.
Energy critical.
Ah, good gravy. It's always something. Energy critical. Let's go have a seat over here. Alright. So it's going to be basically a matter of welding the wall once I get this done. So let's go ahead and get in here. We're going to... Yeah. Ow. That was not very nice. That was very, very not nice at all. Alright, let's get this fence in place, and then we'll be all done with our defenses as far as the fortifications are concerned. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong side. That's how I know I'm tired. There we go. Alright. And then down here, we'll have tall fencing there. Nah. Now we'll probably have the building structure there. Alright. Alright, so that sets us up. Now it's just a matter of getting materials and filling it up, which is what we're gonna do next time. I might weld up everything off camera, but next episode we're gonna go ahead and bring back the dragon, and then we're gonna go and finish pulling all the stuff from that facility, and then we're assaulting those other ore facilities for their weapon systems. Priorities, we'll make a priority list, but basically we're going to go after weapon systems first, then we're going to go after fuel sources and munitions, then we're going to go after any kind of building materials that we need for what we're constructing. Now that we have propulsion capabilities, we're going to start really going to town with a lot of propulsion related stuff and canisters, because we've got the gases, because we're doing a hydrogen ship supported by some atmospheric thrusters, so we're going to definitely be needing a lot of material. That is a very material heavy plan, so yeah, we're going to get that stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks, I appreciate you showing up and commenting there, Minuteman and Eli Blackburn. Thank you so much. And if you hit me up with messages, Eli, I'm more than happy to answer your questions, as I said before. And plus, I do have that tutorial. That's the Learning to Survive. And please check it out. Anyways, I will talk to you guys all later. Thank you so much for joining me. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Helps out the channel. And tells me you were watching. Thanks. Bye.